You're listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional. Today's topic, the Prodigal Son Lost and Found. Perhaps the most well-known of all Jesus' parables, the Prodigal Son, is the last of a set of 3 teachings about something or someone who was lost. In this story, a wise and wealthy man had 2 sons. The younger of the 2 was the titular prodigal, spoiled, entitled, and self-involved. Fed up with living under his father's roof and authority, he demanded his inheritance straight away and was given it. Luke 15:12. It was sheer insolence, but the young man did not care. He thought only of himself and what he wanted. Now in possession of his father's wealth, he got as far away from him as he could. And there, in a far country, verse 13, he begun to live the good life, feasting, partying, spending. Ultimately, he squandered his entire inheritance. From there, matters went from bad to worse, for there arose a severe famine, verse 14, and he could find no other job than to feed swine, verse 15, a most horrible fate for a Jew. The pig was an unclean animal, harmful to eat and vile to touch, but the starved prodigal son, gazing at the well-fed swine, realized that he would beg to have the scraps from their trough, verse 16. He was worse off than a beast. It was then he realized what a fool he had been. He saw himself for what he truly was, ungrateful, indolent, greedy. Immediately, he started for home to plead for his father's forgiveness and for a job as one of his hired servants, verse 19. But he was in for a big surprise. The prodigal, self-absorbed as he was, had never taken the time to get to know his father. He saw the world and the people in it in the terms of transactions, consumer goods, and material worth, but his father was nothing like him. When he returned home, his father had been waiting for him, verse 20. Sorrowfully, the prodigal apologized, verse 21. But there was no talk of servitude, of earning his own worth back. Instead, his father threw a celebration for him, kissed him, dressed him, fed him. Verses 20 through 23. Not because his son deserved it, but because he loved his son. God loves us in the same way as the father in the parable loved the prodigal. With such love, why do we so eagerly trade being in the Father's presence for the world's pleasures? Our key Bible text today comes from Luke chapter 15, verse 24. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found, and they began to be merry. Thank you for listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional.